Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and happy Black Friday. I hope that you are having a great day so far and that you got a lot of your shopping done, a lot of your Christmas shopping done, because I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and was playing on my phone. I did not get out and go into the crowds and try to get in the stores, but I laid in my bed at 4 this morning and got some good things that were on Black Friday sales. So, hi, I hope everyone's having a good day. Let me check the comments so far. Hi, Yvonne and Sanella and Joanne and Paula. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, my name is Carly Bell, and I love to get together with y'all every other Friday and do a live machine embroidery tutorial from start to finish, and we call it Sip and Stitch. Because I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, I am still drinking my coffee. So I will be sipping on coffee for this stitch out today. But I'm really excited for today's show. I have a lot of stuff I'm trying to fit in and not be here for 5 hours with you. But we're going to stitch a project. We're going to talk about Black Friday sales. And I'm going to talk to you about a sale that I'm having on the one workshop that I have for sale. So sit back, grab your coffee, your tea, whatever you're sipping on. If it's ready, it's time for eggnog. I am in my Christmas gear, my Wrap Queen present shirt, and I got my Rudolph earrings on. I'm ready for all things Christmas. I'm going to deck my house out today. When we're done with this video, we're going to get the Christmas tree. All the decorations are going up. I'm very excited about Christmas. So yay. All right. So I'm just checking. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming. So first on the bill, Black Friday sales. I found some really, really good Black Friday sales specifically for us crafters. And I made a whole blog post about it, and I have a link for it in the description box, either below or above the video. And it's on my website, carlybell.com. It's Black Friday sales for crafters. And I have a list of all of my favorite embroidery digitizers that are having sales on their designs up to like 75% off, which is one of the designs we're working on today from Applique Alley, 75% off. It does not get any better than that. So I have a whole list of favorite digitizers having sales. Then I have a list of machines. If you are in the market for a new embroidery machine, or you want to get a scan and cut, or you want to get a Cricut, or you need a heat press, I found all the best deals on all the machines. So I have a list of that. And then craft supplies, stabilizer, thread, sublimation blanks, the blanks that we're going to be sewing on today. Beautiful, beautiful blanks from So Sweet Blanks, 40% off today. So check out that list on my website, carlybell.com. There is a link in the description box to get you all those best Black Friday sales that are going on today. And then I'm going to keep updating it as I find things. And then they'll have a whole nother Cyber Monday section on that same blog post come Cyber Monday. Speaking of Cyber Monday, I am going to be on SewingMachinesPlus.com's live Cyber Monday show. I think it's in the morning. I'll be on there live showing my Brother Persona, which is an awesome single needle free arm machine that they have a discount on right now. And you get a free cap driver with it. That's all in that blog post. But I'll be on the show Monday showing off that machine if you want to check that out. Let's see what else. Okay, the sale that I'm having. So I had a Sip and Stitch holiday workshop last week, and it was wonderful. And we made 6 projects in 5 days. And the 6 projects were all exclusive designs from some awesome, awesome shops like Applique Alley, who we're working with today. Designs by Little B, Creative Applique, Lenny Penny, and Alphalicious. We have exclusive designs from them. We did 6 different projects, and I have that workshop is available at 20% discount today. If you use the code BF2022, you'll get 20% off that workshop. It includes all 6 design downloads, all 6 recorded Zoom classes. You have lifetime access to these classes, so you can watch them whenever you want. And also a private Facebook group for questions and to show off your projects and to ask, have direct communication with me. So that is the sale that I'm having today. That's going to be good through, I think, December 5th. I'm going to leave that sale up for. So if you want to make some holiday projects, and lots of these are great Christmas presents. So let me show you what we made. We made mug rugs. So this was exclusive from Creative Appliques. So we have these cute mug rugs. Then what did we do the next day? Then we made sweatshirts with this really cute design from Lenny Penny, rocking around the Christmas tree. So I made me and my girls each matching sweatshirts with that pocket design. Then we made notebooks. I love notebooks. These are the In the Hoop notebook covers from Designs by Little Bee. And we made these, and so it comes with the design and class on that. Then we did an applique pillow. So this is from Alphalicious, and we stitched the applique and then we turned it into a pillow. And then the last day we did Applique Alley, and we made bag tags and cupcakes or felties. So this is the bag tag. Oh, my ribbon is not looking good there. So this is the bag tag, and it's an exclusive ornament design. And a fun thing we did in the class was we did a hack to turn the bag tag into a gift card holder. So you can make a pocket on the back and put a gift card. And then the last class are these little felties, which we can hot glue and put on bows and clips. So those are all the projects in the Sip and Stitch Holiday Workshop. 20% off. Use code BF2022. There's a link in the description box if you want to sign up for that. You get all of the designs, all the classes, and a private Facebook group. Lifetime access. You can watch the classes whenever you want. Okay. Now, what are we doing today? Let me check the comments real quick. Yay, so Abby's saying it's been a long time since she's been able to come to a live. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, and hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving watching from Virginia. I totally slipped my mind. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday. I ate way too much food, which put me in a food coma, which I got too much sleep and then not enough sleep at the same time, if that's possible. But yes, I hope all of y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Yay! So Paula says she watched our last Sip and Stitch was an Embroidery tutorial, and she finally understands the thumbnail software now. And she bought it. Yay, I'm glad you got it. Embroidery is having a sale. I have a link for that in that blog post. They have a coupon code for 10% off, and all of that is in that Black Friday deal blog post. All right, so today we are doing a really fun project. And as we do this project, I'm gonna tell you about the deals I have on that blog post with all the Black Friday deals. But we are making Christmas pajamas, and I am obsessed with these. So we are stitching out this cute little elf girl. And this design is from Applique Alley, which has 75% off today. And then the pajamas are from So Sweet Blanks. And let me tell you, the quality is amazing. These are the softest pajamas I think I've ever felt. So I have these pink polka dot ones for Abigail. And then today we are going to stitch the red polka dot one for Elise. And we're going to put the same little elf girl on there. So it comes with the long sleeve pajamas. It comes with the pants. Super, super soft pants. And then it also comes with a little swatch of fabric. So if you were doing applique on here and you wanted to use the same fabric, you could. Or if you happen to have a red shirt to go with the polka dot pants and you wanted to applique some polka dot on the solid red shirt, that would look really cute. So it's nice that it comes with a little swatch of fabric if you wanted to use it for applique, either for the project with the pajamas or save it for another project. So I got a red polka dot and a pink polka dot swatch of fabric that I can save for another project. So those are the pajamas I'm using today. I also got some other beautiful blanks from them that I was supposed to have stitched before the show started so I could show you, but I did not. I ran out of time. But I'm going to stitch them probably either later today or tomorrow, and I'll post pictures of what I put because I picked some really pretty designs. But this dress, this is their long sleeve ruffle collar dress. So this one's a size 6, so it's a bit big for so it could fit Elise, but they go down I think as low as 12 months and possibly even lower. And they also have adorable little bloomers. So if you have a younger child that you need to stitch something for, the bloomers are adorable. The little rompers is what I'm talking about. I'm saying bloomers, rompers. But I got this beautiful long sleeve dress and I picked out a design with some Christmas trees I'm going to stitch on here from Applique Alley. And then for Abigail, they have these really soft sweatshirts, and I'm going to use some snack cakes, some Santa snack cakes in a new applique font that they came out with. And I think I'm going to put Merry and Bright on hers. And I have the whole design idea in my head. I just haven't gotten it stitched out yet. So when I do, I'm going to show y'all. I'll post some pictures in the Facebook group and on the blog too. So let's go ahead and get started. Today's project I am stitching out on my Ricoma EM-1010 multi-needle machine. This is my big baby. I love her. Her name is Roxy. And we are going to use my Mighty Hoops and the Ricoma to stitch out this project today. And I'm going to show you why having a multi-needle and a free arm machine makes your life so much easier than trying to stitch this on a flatbed. However, if you do only have a flatbed at home, this project can be done on a flatbed. It just takes a little maneuvering to hoop your shirt and keep all that extra fabric out the way. So the design comes in smaller sizes. I'm making an 8x8 design. So if you have a smaller machine with a 5x7 hoop, you can still stitch out a 5x7 hoop on a shirt on a flatbed machine. So just because I'm doing this on a big machine doesn't mean you can't still follow pretty much all the same steps besides the hooping on your flatbed machine. All the applique steps are going to be the same. Okay. So let's get started. All right. Let's see. Let me check the chat too, because I keep missing comments. Yay. All right. Diana had a question. Does Embroidery, and I think it's supposed to be So What Pro, the same thing? They are different. I prefer Embroidery over So What Pro for several reasons. One, the BX fonts, and two, I've had bad luck with computers crashing and having to reinstall the program. And with Embroidery, you can reinstall as many times as you need to. With So What Pro, I think you only get 2 installs. Christine, she asks, how much are the PJs? I think they vary in price. I have a link to the website in the description box, and then I don't even know what it comes down to with the 40% off. So check her website. Also, I wanted to point out, if you have an Etsy shop and you want to get some of, a lot of these different blanks to sell in your Etsy shop, they also have a wholesale account that you can sign up for so that you can get your blanks at wholesale pricing. And there's just an application you have to fill out. I think there's no minimum anymore now with how much you need to order. So if you have a shop and you are selling and you want to use these beautiful blanks, sign up for a wholesale account. And all of the blanks today are from So Sweet Blanks. And there's a link in the description box. And she is having 40% off all of the blanks on her site today, I think through the 28th. Okay, so go grab some of these beautiful blanks. So Anne is asking, is the link on the Facebook page? All the links should be in the description box underneath the video on YouTube. I think you just have to press under the title, there should be some writing, and you'll see a button that says see more, or you'll see like a little arrow pointing down. Click that and it will expand everything for you. All right. And then Abby's asking, how can I get the Persona deal? Okay. Anything that y'all see on Sewing Machines Plus that is having a deal for Black Friday or for Cyber Monday. So all the machines that I tell you about, and these are machines that I have and I use and I love. If you see any deals for Black Friday or for Cyber Monday, like the ones I post on my website, call my friend Jean at Sewing Machines Plus. She is my direct contact for them. And just, I have her phone number posted down below right now. So you give her a call. That's her extension. If she doesn't answer, leave her a voicemail. Say, hey, Carly Bell referred me to you. I'm interested in getting a Persona. Please call me back and leave your phone number. You can also email her at, let's see, do I have that written somewhere? But it's just her name, Jean at sewingmachinesplus.com. You can email her, same thing. Carly Bell referred me. I'm interested in this. Please contact me back. And then when you talk to her on the phone, tell her that you know that I have a coupon code. Can my coupon code be applied to anything that you're buying so that you can get even more of a discount? But she is going to help you get the best deal with the Black Friday pricing or Cyber Monday pricing. And if she can apply my coupon code on top of that, then you can get some extra money off. So definitely call her. Make sure you tell her that I referred you, and to try to use my coupon code if she can. Okay, let's go back. All right. Okay, so blanks, beautiful, beautiful blanks. This is what we're stitching today. All right, and we're putting it on the red one. So I think all the colors, I went ahead to make life easier. I'm using all the same fabrics and colors that I did for the pink pajamas. I think it's still going to look great with the red. The only thing I thought about is maybe exchanging the pink in the hat for red in the hat, but to save time, I'm just going to go with what I got prepped and ready to go. So, excuse me. So for this project, let's talk about the supplies that we are going to need. Because this shirt is a really soft knit and it's stretchy, you're going to want to use an iron-on stabilizer. And I am using a fusible no-show poly mesh cutaway. All right. So I'm going to cut a piece of that and iron on the back. Now, if you are floating your shirt onto whatever hoop you're using, what I would do is I would hoop a sheet of tearaway just in your hoop, and then float your shirt that already has the poly mesh ironed onto it onto that hoop. Today I'm using a mighty hoop, so I am just going to I'm gonna try something out. I'm just going to iron the poly mesh on the back of the shirt and hoop with the mighty hoop. You can do both the poly mesh and the tearaway, but because this design is zigzag, it's not a really dense satin. The only dense parts are the name and the cheeks and eyes. I don't think we need the extra stabilization of the tearaway, but it never hurts to put a layer of tearaway just to make sure things are stable. But as a little experiment, I'm going to try just doing poly mesh today and then putting it in my mighty hoop. So the first step is you want to figure out where to put your design. So I love using the, where's it at? The grids that come with my hoops. So this is an 8x8 grid that came with one of my hoops for another machine. And this allows me to just like put it on my shirt and figure out exactly where my design is going to look good. So I'm just going to use a ruler, and so my shirt is about 12.5. So I want to do 6.25 in the middle. So that's where I line up the middle. I usually do about 2 finger spaces from the top, or about 2 inches from this top collar. But you can kind of eyeball how close you want it to be from the top, and then make sure it is in the middle and that it's straight. So once you have that, where is my marker? Oops, I was supposed to put my phone on silent. Okay, where's my marker? I have a fabric marker that is erasable. It was on my table. Now it is gone. Where did I put it? Let me get all the rest of this out of the way. It fell on the floor. There we go. Yeah. Okay, this is my favorite little marker for placement. It's a disappearing ink, water soluble marker. And I just go, they have little holes already punched in this grid. And so I just make those little marks. I don't know if you could see them, but I have the marks there. And then I'm going to take my ruler and draw some crosshairs. So this is really going to help when I get to my machine, that I could put my needle, center my needle right where I want my design to be. Like that. Okay. And then these marks will go away either with water or washing, or sometimes I use a Tide pen and they come off really easily. So now that we have, make sure my iron's hot. Now that we have our placement figured out, we're going to go ahead and iron on that poly mesh. Let's see. Oh, let's see. I see Michelle saying she purchased a Ricoma. Oh, she got a 15 needle using my referral link. Thank you so much, Michelle. And yes, I have that Ricoma owners Facebook group. I will go and look at it after the show and make sure that you get approved to get into that group. So sorry about that I haven't done it yet, but I will go and look at that after the show. So the machine we're using today is the Ricoma, and they are having a Black Friday sale as well. And it's like some of their lowest pricing on the machines. And as Michelle was saying, I have a referral link for that. I have it in the description below, but you click the link and there's like a form you fill out with your name and your phone number. And then someone from Ricoma will call you back and answer all your questions, tell you all about the machines, about the sale pricing, and the, oh, I need this to be big. Let me make sure. I'm forgetting I'm not using the other stabilizer. Now let me cut another piece. I'll save that for something else. So they'll tell you all about the machines, the sale pricing. They have free shipping going on right now, and you can get 0% financing. So it's really, really good deal if you're in the market for a multi-needle machine. It's a great way to go. It comes with so much, including tons of support. So you get free virtual training through Ricoma. And then I have a special Facebook group for Ricoma owners, so that if you need extra support or have just simple questions that you want to ask, we have that Facebook group as well. All right, so I put the poly mesh there. I put the shiny adhesive side down, and now I'm using my iron and I'm just pressing that on the back of the shirt. And it doesn't have to get fused all the way in all those corners. The main spot you want to make sure is fused. My iron is not hot. Is the center, you know, where the design is going to go. Okay, come on, iron. I thought you were hot. I hooked up my big iron today because this This takes such a long time to do with the little mini iron. But I'm going to use my mini iron later for the applique steps. All right, so just make sure that poly mesh is good and adhered, especially in the center where your design is going to go and stitch out. And that's going to help your fabric from shifting and puckering when it's stitching, okay? So now I'm going to turn the shirt right side out. And let's see if this is going to work. Normally I have this like hooping like helper hooping station with the Mighty Hoops, but I'm looking to see if I could hoop this without that hooping station to show you if you are interested in getting Mighty Hoops. If we can do it without the hooping station when you do the poly mesh adhered like this. So I slid in the bottom of the Mighty Hoop with the magnets going up towards the shirt. And I'm just using my fingers to make sure that the design is in the center. See, like I only have one finger space and I got two here. So I'm gonna pull this over a little bit. Just kind of get it to where it is centered in the hoop. And eyeball it, okay? And then once you get it where you think it is good, now we take the top of the hoop and we just go like this, boom. Now it is not tight. That's why I think I tried this before and I ended up, and you can like pull it and stretch it, and it may, let me make sure my stabilizer is going all there. It's not bad. I just need to stretch it out in a few spots. It's because my stabilizer didn't go all the way to the end right here. It's like in between the pieces. It's not poking out very far. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so we have our shirt hooped in the Mighty Hoop with the poly mesh stabilizer fused on the back. And it looks nice and centered and straight. And so it is ready to go on the machine. Because this is a zigzag design, I'm not going to use water soluble topper or anything. We're just going to stitch on here. So the things that we're going to need for the applique are all of the pieces of fabric for the face, the hair, the hat, the collar. So I have all these pieces cut out already, and I fused Heat and Bond Light on the back of the on the fabric. And speaking of, I need to find, that is what I need for Black Friday, because this is all I have left of my Heat and Bond Light. So it comes in a roll. You can get it on Amazon and Walmart and Sewing Machines Plus. I think I'm finally ready to invest in like a bolt of Heat and Bond Light. That's what I'm going to look for when this show is over, and see if I can find a Black Friday deal on some Heat and Bond Light. But I have all my fabric pieces ready. I have the Heat and Bond Light ironed, and some of them I've already peeled off the paper, but when this piece comes, you just peel off the paper backing. So I'll show you that when we get to that part. So let's go over to the machine and let me show you what it looks like in case you haven't seen it before. And let me check the chat real quick. Abby asks, is the Tide pen safe on colors? Yes, I haven't had any trouble with the Tide pen at all. Megan, I think, is talking about Ricoma. They were very helpful, and they still follow up with her. Awesome. Do you wash the PJs before appliquing? No, I did not. I typically don't wash things before I stitch them. The only exception is waffle weave towels, because those do shrink tremendously. Hey, Ashley from Louisiana. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving yesterday. All right. Hey, Patty. All right, Linda saying, if I find the bolt of Heat and Bond light. Ooh, Cecilia said she found some on Walmart. Okay, I'm going to check. I'll let y'all know what I find and I'll post it. I'll add that to my blog post for the Black Friday sale. So this is my Ricoma EM-1010. It's a multi-needle 10 needle machine. It is amazing to use and stitch with, and it makes life so much easier. And I'm going to show you specifically because of this free arm here. So normally when I was stitching a shirt on a flatbed machine, I'd have to turn the shirt inside out, have it in the hoop, and then have all that extra fabric going around the hoop. And I had to constantly babysit it to make sure it stayed out of the way so I didn't stitch my shirt together. With the free arm, it's so easy because we can do this. So I'm going to fold my shirt up like this, and that free arm is going to slide right underneath like this. And I put it in the wrong way, this way. Oh, I get to turn my design around. My other shirt, I stitched the design upside down. This one, I'm gonna stitch it right side up. So I have to change it. Okay, so now the free arm is here, and the bottom of the shirt and the sleeves and everything just hang underneath the stitching. So it all stays out of your way, and it's just like a nice clean field to stitch on. It's amazing. So I've already uploaded my design, but my previous one, when I hooped the shirt, I hooped it upside down. So I turned my design upside down, but this time I didn't hoop it upside down. So I'm going to change it back to be right side up. Okay, so now that is done. I've selected my hoop. Because this is a mighty hoop, the machine doesn't have this hoop loaded in it. So I just select other, or I select the large 8x12 hoop, and I'm just going to center the design, the needle, to where it goes right where I want to stitch it. And we're going to trace it and make sure everything goes where it belongs. But you always want to double check with a mighty hoop tracing, because you do not want your needle to hit this big metal frame. That's really important. So with a multi-needle machine, you have to assign steps. So what I did was I printed out my design, and each applique step is 3 pieces, 3 steps: the placement, the tack down, and then the zigzag stitch. So I'm doing all 3 of those steps in the final color. So for instance, with the collar is going to be first. I'm going to set steps 1, 2, and 3 to be purple, and purple is on my 8, needle number 8. So when I go to my setup, you have to enter a needle number for each step in the design, and this design has 24 steps. So I am assigning a needle for each step. So I have all that set up already. And because this is an applique and we have to stop after each step to either trim or put our fabric down, I went ahead and put my machine on automatic manual, which means it's going to stitch, but then it'll stop after every step. And then when I get to a point where I don't need to stop anymore, I could put it back on automatic, and it will change needles automatically and just jump from one color to the next. So once you have your design loaded, your hoop selected, your steps of needles set up, then you are ready to go, and you can move the needle to where it looks like it's in the center of your design. So I think that looks good. Then we're going to lock it. It has to be locked in order to trace it, and then we'll trace it. And I am holding this down and make sure this doesn't hit. See, it doesn't hit anything. So that's perfect. All right, and then the whole time it's moving around, nothing got messed up underneath. So it's ready to go. So all I have to do now is hit start. And as I said, the first step is the collar. And I'm doing all of that in purple. So first it's going to stitch that placement stitch. showing me where to put my fabric. And then let me know if I turn this light off, it might be a little better for you to see. Okay, so now that the placement stitch is done, I have my fabric. I already have the heat and bond light placed on it, ironed on, and I peeled off the paper backing. So I am just going to put this fabric right on top of the placement stitch. I usually don't have to hold it in place or tape it or anything like that, but I do have this little handy dandy stiletto that I'll use just to make sure everything stays in place. But I can hit start. But usually I don't even have to do this. I could just lay it and it goes. Let me make sure. A little iron. All right, so that is done. And now I'm going to take the hoop off and we're going to go to the craft table and trim it. All right, and let me check the comments. Okay, so you can't see it too well, but there is the stitching for the collar. And I have my favorite applique scissors I got from Sew Machines Plus. And I am just going to trim this as close as I can to the stitch line without snipping the stitches. All right. And this whole design is going to be kind of like a rinse and repeat. We're going to stitch the placement, put the fabric down, stitch the tack down, trim it. Next, we are going to, and I'm going to save the rest of this fabric here. I could save for another applique. I already got the heat and bond light on the back. All right. After we trim it, I'm going to use my little mini iron. This is on sale today on Amazon for $39. So that is on my blog post. Go grab this. I love it for in the hoop ironing. And we're going to activate that heat and bond light and we're going to iron this piece of applique. This is going to make your applique look so much better because now this fabric is fused onto your pajama fabric. And after you wash it, it's not going to puff out and pull away and pucker from your pajama fabric. It's all going to stay nice and smooth and look really good after you wash it. So now we will go back to the machine and it's going to do the zigzag stitch. So that's what I'm talking about, like rinse and repeat all those steps. And we're going to repeat those several times because there's lots of pieces of applique on this design. All right. And then every time I load it, I double check that my shirt loaded on correctly. All right, and now I'm gonna hit go, and it's going to do the zigzag. Let me check the comments while it's doing that. All right. Okay, wait, I gotta scroll way up. Okay, all right, Patty says, heat and bond has gummed up my needle. I have to sit and stop every little bit and clean it with a Q-tip. All right, Patty, make sure you are using heat and bond light. It comes with the purple writing on it. Make sure you're not using heat and bond ultra that has red writing on it. It has to be light. The light one will not gum up your needle. The red ultra one will. So really make sure it's the light version. LaDonna asks, how do I compare the Ricoma to the Brother? And can I use fast frames on it? I would say they are both excellent machines. I can use fast frames on here as well. There's a whole fast frame device. Oops, drop that on the floor. That you can get with your machine. It's called the 8-in-1 device. I've also tried the Durkee Easy frames on it. There are some Durkee Easy frames I can use and some I can't because see, the 8-in-1 device was made by Ricoma, so it fits the machine. Durkee is a separate company, and I can't use the 8x8 frame, but I can use the 5x7 and all the smaller ones. But they're both great machines. There is a little bit more of a learning curve with the Ricoma, but they give you all that free training, and you have 7-day customer support. If you have a question, you can email them. And once you get the hang of it, it's like easy, ready to go. So there is also a learning curve on the Brother, but if you've already had a Brother machine, it's a little bit more straightforward because you're used to a Brother. Okay, so now we did the placement stitches for the hair, and it's the 2 little pigtails. And let's see, I have a piece, they're like far apart. So instead of putting one big piece of fabric and wasting, I'm just cutting 2 pieces and just placing them there. So I think this will work when I'll have enough. This piece will be big enough for the bangs when I'm done. Okay, so 2 pieces of hair. And again, I don't think I need to tape them or anything like that. I just put them right on top. And if I am worried, I have my little stiletto ready. All right, so that will start stitching. All right, I was reading comments. Let me keep going. Yeah, Eartha said the same thing about the heat and bot. Make sure you use the light and not the ultra. Okay, so Anne says she doesn't have a multimedia machine. She's just getting her feet wet and got the PE800. That is a great machine to start with. That is what I started with. I have some videos on my YouTube channel of how to hoop a t-shirt on a PE800. Go and watch that video. And so the only difference with what I'm doing now is the hooping. And then you hoop it for your machine. But all these steps of the placement, tack down, trimming, all that's going to be the same on your machine. One difference is you have to change the thread colors because it's a single needle, and it doesn't cut jump stitches. So like when it jumped from this hair piece to this hair piece, there'll be a line of thread. You would just go and trim that when you're done. So once you start really working on your PE800, you're going to love it, but you're also going to see where things can be hard with hooping shirts, especially in small children shirts. But it can be done. I did it for 7 years before I upgraded to bigger machines. And this is great because once you start making things, then all your family and friends start asking you to make things, and they start referring you to people. Next thing you know, you got orders coming in, and you could open an Etsy shop, and that's when you see about getting a machine like this, because then you can hoop the shirts and make them quicker and easier and have more output if you have a shop. All right, so I trimmed let me make sure nothing's underneath here. All right, I trimmed the hair. So we are going to iron it down. All me move y'all back to the machine. All right, so the shirt is on. It's in the right spot. Now it's going to do the yellow zigzag around the hair. Okay. Yay, Patty said she watched the Embroidery tutorial and now she has essentials, thumbnailer, and enthusiast. Yay! Thank you so much for using my link, Patty. I appreciate it. All right, Krissa X, is there a way to engage while watching on a TV? So Krissa, you can put the YouTube video on your TV, but then also be signed in on your phone, and you can use the chat box on your phone. So I would have both. I'd have your phone in your hand just for the chat, but then you could watch it on your TV if you have an app, a smart TV, where you can just put YouTube on. All right, Linda says, fingers crossed, I'm ordering a machine after the new year. Showed my husband. It is cheaper for me to get a new machine instead of a used one. Yes, definitely. There are sometimes deals where you can get a used machine for cheap, but you need to know the service history of it, how many stitches are on it. You need to see it in person and see that it actually works properly. When you get a new machine, you get the warranty, you get the training, you get the comfort of knowing that it is brand new and shipped, directly to your house. So it depends on the savings. If the savings is not more than 50% of the price of buying a new one, I would go with a new one. All right. There you go. Let's see. Just looking through the chat. All right. I see LaDonna asking about Alphatrix. Alphatrix is helpful when you have a million BX fonts like I do, and you want to rename them and reorganize them in your font bar to where, say you have all of your applique alphabets in one spot, all of your bean stitches in one spot, all of your satin stitches, all your scripts. You can reorganize them to how you want them to be. That's when Alphatrix is helpful. All right, so we're done with the zigzag on the hair. Now we're going to do the placement on the face. Yay, Chris is saying hopefully her stand for the Pistana will be assembled tomorrow. Let me know how it goes, Krissa. I assembled my stand all by myself. I remember when I think I put it in my video. I don't remember if I did on my unboxing video. And my whole deal was I was like, no husband supervision required. I did it all by myself. I did not need my husband for any of it. And I was very proud of that. All right, I got my fabric for my face, Heat and Bond Light, already ironed on the back. I'm just going to put that where it covers up those placement stitches and go. That's going to tack it down. Okay. All right, so Alex X says the Ricoma have a camera and table for quilts. No, it doesn't. It does not have a camera. And I believe there is a table you can get for this machine, but I don't know for sure. I know the bigger machines definitely have a table. The 15 needle, I'm almost sure the 10 needle has a table. I'll look and see. It'd be under the Shop Ricoma link, or when you fill out the form on my referral link and someone calls you back, you can ask them. But I know it does not have a camera. Let's see, Krissa X. Do I get credit from Sewing Machines Plus for scan and cut accessories? I am tech challenged and only use the phone. Yes, Krissa. So I am an associate or affiliate for Sewing Machines Plus. I partner with them. I work with them for lots of things, just like I work with Ricoma for the big machine. With Sewing Machines Plus, if you like to call people and not order online, that's when you call my friend Jean. She's my direct contact, and she will help you order anything you want. You just tell her when you call that Carly Bell referred you, and then I I get credit for you calling in and ordering. So thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate you for thinking of me like that. That all of the times that y'all use my referral links for Sewing Machines Plus, Ricoma, Amazon, all those things help support me and my channel so that I can do more tutorials like this for y'all. So I am just trimming my face here. And also I wanted to point out, when you use referral links, it is at absolutely no extra charge for you. It doesn't make the price any higher or anything like that. I know sometimes people worry about that, but it's absolutely free to you. No, I am not almost done. You're hungry? Your macaroni and cheese is in the bowl in the fridge, and you just have to warm it up. You don't want that? What do you want to eat? You know how to do chicken nuggets. Ask Abby to help you. I don't remember how to do the microwave. Tell Abby to put them on for 20 seconds and then turn them over and do another 20 seconds.
Wait, it's just time cook to 0 start.
Uh-huh. Thank you. That's my big girl making her own chicken nuggets. That's like an accomplishment in motherhood. And you're going to tell your kids to go warm themselves up some chicken nuggets. All right, so the face is trimmed, and I'm just using my little iron to adhere it down and make sure that is good to go. All done. All right, now you can see the red dots a little bit through. Heat and bond light usually prevents the underneath fabric from showing through, but it's really not that bad. And you'll notice, like, even with Abby's, like, it barely shows through. Once we stitch the eyes and the cheeks and the mouth all on top of this, that is going to be not as noticeable. Okay, so that is done. And everything is set. And so now it's going to do the zigzag for the outline of the face. All right. All right, so Liza said she's looking at the persona, but the salesperson suggested that I go straight to a multi-needle. I do like the persona though; it looks more user-friendly. So I went. This is the steps I took. I went from the PE800. I started. It was actually the 770, the older model. Then I bought the persona. Then I got this Ricoma. The persona was a great upgrade for me from the flatbed machine. There was a learning curve using the free arm, but it was still straightforward, single needle machine, but gave you all the functionality of a multi-needle because it has the free arm. So I can use these hoops on my persona as well. Let me go ahead and start the next step. So the next is the outline for the hair, the bangs. The persona is great because you could do hats with it. You get that free arm. The biggest stitching field, though, is 8x8, which is what we're doing today. This machine goes 8x12. So it does give you a bigger field with the multi-needle. But if you don't need that big of a field, if 8x8 is good for you, then the persona is great. Now, changing threads. It is super convenient to have a multi-needle like this where it changes threads for you. However, if it's not that hard to change the threads on the persona because it's the same setup here. And what I do is when I need to change my thread color, I'll cut it. I'll put my new spool. I'll tie the threads together. And then I go down here and I pull it. And it pulls it through all of this thread patch where I don't go through this with the thread. I am pulling it through. And then all I have to do is put it in the needle. And the same is with the Persona. You can pull your threads through. So it's not that hard to change the threads. But ultimately, it's up to you and your budget, because, of course, the multi-needle is going to be more expensive than the Persona. So if the Persona is more comfortably in your budget, then go for it. And if you do expand or end up wanting to do more and get the multi-needle, you can sell your Persona and put that money towards the multi-needle. But ultimately, I think it comes down to budget. Like, what are you comfortable spending? So for me, jumping from the flatbed, the Persona was pushing it for me. But then after that, I did still want the multi-needle. But I teach, and that's the reason why I have so many machines. If it was just me, then I'd be happy with just like one flatbed machine and my multi-needle, and that's it. All right, so we got the bangs, and I'm gonna iron that down and then put it back on the machine and do the zigzag. Okay. All right, make sure that's good. Let me put y'all back on the machine. All right, and go. All right, so where was I? Okay, Krista said, can I order online? Yes, so I have links to Sewing Machines Plus. If you use any of the links in my blog post I told you about today for Black Friday sales, those will automatically, when you use my link, it will give me credit. So whatever you buy, and then use my coupon code CarlyBell at checkout, that will save you an extra 10%. Ooh, Stephanie got the Brother 6 needle, picks it up on Thursday. Oh, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. I'm so excited for you. All right. So what is the brand of the mini iron? It is a Cricut. Let me show you over here. It is a Cricut Easy Press Mini. And it is usually like $50 or $60, and it is on sale on Amazon today for $39. So it's a really good deal. And I love it because it has that little stand underneath, and it has an auto off feature, which when I'm done using it and I forget to unplug it, it turns off automatically, which is very important for me. All right, so now it's doing the outline of the inside of the hats. Yeah, so Bev says if you plan on doing a lot, a multi-needle is a major time saver. Yes, it is. All right, so that's the placement for the hat. So I have my pink fabric. So this one I ironed the Heat and Bond Light with the paper side up, and now you peel it off, and now you have that shiny adhesive. And I just cover up my placement stitches and go. All right. And now we go back to the craft table. Let's see. I see someone asked a question about SVGs. Have you used SVG files to eliminate trimming? Yes, I have. For me, it depends on the project and how much time, because sometimes preparing the fabric to be cut ahead of time takes longer than it does if I would just trim it. But if it is very like intricate and something that would be hard to trim, then yes, I would I would either, if the file comes with an SVG, or you can open it in Embroidery and create an SVG from the placement stitch. Then I can do that. I can open it. I have a silhouette, and I could open it in my silhouette software and cut it. I also have a Brother Scan and Cut that can do the same thing. So if you want to pre-cut your appliques, you can, but a word of warning. So you would need to cut it to where it's just a smidge bigger, right? The hard part is actually placing the pre-cut fabric exactly where it needs to be, so that you don't have a little bit more overhanging on this side than this side. That's my only complaint with pre-cutting. If you're doing, like today we're doing a zigzag stitch, right? So it needs to be cut close. If you were doing a bean stitch applique, like I'm going to do with my snack cakes when I do that sweatshirt, that one's a little more forgiving because you can cut the outline to be bigger and the placement is not as hard. So that is something to think about. But everyone has their own preference, I think. Yeah, Debbie said she got her Cricut iron from Walmart last week. Regular price was $39.99. Great. I got mine on clearance at Walmart. I think mine was $29.99 when I found it that day. Let's see. Joe said she's still dreaming of a baby lock venture someday. Is that the 10 needle, the baby lock? I don't remember the name of their 10 needle, or is it the 6 needle? But yeah, baby lock is awesome as well. All right, so it just did the zigzag stitch on the hat. And now it's going to do the outline, the placement of the brim of the hat. We're going to do in green. And then the little, all we have left now is the brim of the hat and the little ball at the top of the hat. And that's our last pieces of applique. And then I'm going to put my machine on automatic, and it's going to do all the rest of the stitching. Just press the button once and it's going to switch automatically. So that is the hat. Just making sure I have that in place and go. It's the 10 needle. Okay. So Patty's saying, how do you use an SVG file for applique? So what you can do is, with your cutting machine, you can cut out, pre-cut the pieces of applique. So what I'm doing is I just cut a square, right? And then I put it over the placement stitch. I could have a piece of fabric already cut out to fit this perfectly, but be a smidge bigger, using an SVG cut file and cutting it out on my cutting machine. So that's what we're talking about. And it can be done with the Brother Scan and Cut. The Brother Scan and Cut already recognizes PES embroidery files, so you could just load the PES embroidery file on there. If you have the Silhouette Business Edition, which you have to pay extra for, but is worth it, you can open up PES designs in there, or you can use Embroidery to create an SVG file, a cut file from the placement stitch or the tack down stitch. And that's so that you could just have all these things pre-cut, and it eliminates trimming altogether. So you don't have to use the scissors and trim out each piece. And what you do is you do the same thing. You cut you a square rectangle piece of fabric, have the heat and bond light ironed on the back of it already. Then you put it on your cutting mat for your machine, and it will cut out the design. All right. So here's my hat, and then all we have left is a little ball right here. All right. Oh, I forgot to tell you about another really good Black Friday sale. I mean, I want to say it's the best one. It's not a machine or supplies, so to say, but it's access to designs, and it is Creative Fabrica. So I'm a big fan of Creative Fabrica. I use their website for tons of things, not just embroidery, but they have thousands of embroidery designs, thousands of graphics that can be used for sublimation. They have thousands of SVG cut files that can be used on your Cricut and Silhouette and Scan and Cut to cut out vinyl or paper. And they have tons of fonts. Now, the fonts are not embroidery fonts, though. They're called True Type fonts, but I use them for any type of printing project. I could use them in sublimation. I could use them for cutting vinyl and all of that. And they do have some embroidery fonts, but the majority of the fonts on their website are more like computer fonts. And that is an amazing deal. And it is normally $30 a month for their all access plan. And the all access plan allows you to download anything on their website. Absolutely anything. They even have sewing patterns, quilting patterns, like tons of stuff. They have classes. And with the all access, you get access to everything. Normally it's $30 a month. They are having it for $4.99 a month, which is amazing. Like one embroidery design normally costs $4.99, depending on where you buy it from. So it's a deal you can't beat. And it comes with the commercial license. So if you make things and sell in a shop, you have the commercial license to use that design or that font or that graphic in your shop, which is really good, because I learned about that when I first started selling. Like I would just download any old font and cut it out with vinyl and sell it. And then I learned very quickly that you have to have a commercial license for that. Also embroidery designs. I mean, normally whenever you get an embroidery design, it says you are allowed to sell things you make with that design. But graphics and fonts are not always that case. But with Creative Fabrica, you get the commercial license to everything that you get from them, which is important when you're selling. So this is done now. So the next steps are the zigzag for the eyes, the cheeks, and the name. So there's no more applique left. So now I could put my machine to just rock and roll, and I don't have to start and stop it anymore. All right, and I just make sure the free arm is not jammed up on anything. And I'm going to go to automatic and go. So now we just watch it do its magic. And the funny thing about multi-needles is that the whole point of them is so that you can set it and walk away. But I get so mesmerized that I just sit and watch it. I normally don't get any more work done. I should be stitching something else or hooping something else or whatever, but I end up sitting there just watching it because I just like it so much. Okay. Yes, Megan said the Creative Fabrica deal is so good. So good. So I have a referral link for that as well. And I think it's in the bottom of the video. If not, let me post it right now. So you just use my referral link. It should bring you to their main page. And at the top of the page, you should see the bar that says get the all access pass for $4.99 a month. And you do have to get a year. But the whole year, I think, is $59. And then some of my friends in my Facebook group who are already big fans of Creative Fabrica and they know they're going to use it, you can get a second year for $3.99 a month. So you can get 2 years for a fraction of the price it normally costs. So look at all those deals when you go to their site. So Linda said, is it that price each month? You get that price for an entire year. So $4.99 a month for an entire year. And then if you want to get a second year, you can get a second year for $3.99 a month. Yeah, no, I hate when deals are like only that price for a month and then it goes up. No, it's going to be like that for the whole year. Okay. Now it is stitching the face, the cheeks. I like these colors. I'm glad I went with the pink. Oh, I should have used more stabilizer. It did pull. Okay, so remember I said I'm just using poly mesh? I should have used some tearaway too. So it's a little too dense. All the zigzag stuff is fine, but the cheeks are a bit dense. So I am going to slide a piece of tearaway under there to help. Okay, let me get some. I'm gonna have some like little pieces. Here we go. So I don't think I'm gonna go and stitch that again. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna have to decide what I'm gonna do. But I have a piece of tearaway. I'm just gonna float it underneath the section that it is. And I'm gonna see if I can, I'm gonna stitch it again and see if with the extra stabilizer, it doesn't pull as much. Okay, so to back up, I'm gonna go here and I just hold this button. And I know there's a faster way to do it, but I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, let's see. If I press this, that's faster, yeah. Okay. So I backed it up to where it's at the beginning of the cheek. I have some extra stabilizer underneath and I'm gonna hit go. So I'm gonna stitch the cheek again and hoping that it fills in that area better. Because it did the outline stitch when it was done with the fill, and the outline stitch did not match up with the fill. Now it does. Yay. Because that fill stitch for the cheek was dense, and so it like pulled in and it had all that filled, and then it does the outline after, and the outline was, they had space in between because the cheek had pulled in so much. Okay, now it's moving. I'm gonna stop, and I need another piece of tearaway. And I'm going to, let me hit cut. The thread's in the way. Okay, doot, doot. All right, floating a piece of tearaway underneath. So the tearaway is under the poly mesh and above the bobbin needle plate, so that I just have some extra stabilization. And now we're going to hook not in position. Okay, now it is. Why not in position, hook? Okay. Looks like it's in position. Okay, there we go. And now it's going to stitch the other cheek. I got that extra stabilizer underneath, so now it shouldn't have a problem like my other one did. All right, let me know if that makes sense to y'all, because that's happened to me before, where something is, you're stitching something and then it fills in the inside and then it does an outline and the outline looks offset. It's because you need more stabilizer. All right, let me look up. Okay, CC says the code hoops20 for SMP says it is expired. Okay, let me check on that for you. Make sure I put the right coupon codes. So here's the needles, the thread. They have bobbins, totes, hoops 20V. Sorry, there's a V on the end of all the coupon codes. I need to go change that on my website. Thank you for pointing that out to me, Cece. So for all of the coupon codes for Sewing Machines Plus that I have posted on my website, we need to add a V. So I'm gonna go do that now. V, save. Okay. All right. So after it was done with the cheek, now it is stitching her name. Yeah, so Diana said she already had a yearly membership and she got to extend it with that great price. I'm so glad, Diana. Thank you, Debbie. I'm glad you're here. It's totally fine you're late. You're catching the best part here. You're going to get to see the pajamas when they're done, and then you can always go back and watch this replay. Thanks, Paula. Yeah, that's the best thing about doing lives. Y'all get to see what really happens when you stitch these things, because it never fails. Something is going to happen when you're stitching. You're going to have a thread break. Your bobbin's going to run out. Your stabilizer is not working correctly, something. So it's great that those things happen when we're stitching, and I could show you how to fix them. So I didn't let that mess up with the cheek ruin my project. I figured out a way to fix it. And moral of the story is, go ahead and use those 2 sheets of stabilizer like I did for my original one. I used poly mesh and tearaway. With this one, I only use poly mesh. So even though the design is not dense overall, the cheeks and the eyes are a little bit. And so that extra stabilizer is important in those areas. Or you can do like I did, just hoop the poly mesh. If you're using the Mighty Hoop, hoop it with just the poly mesh and float the tearaway underneath. You can always do that as well. And you could do that on a flatbed machine too. You just slide the tearaway underneath your hoop. So it's touching the bottom of your hoop and the top of your flatbed. Or you can tape a piece of stabilizer on the bottom of your hoop on a flatbed machine. All right. Oh no. Joe says everyone's shopping from home. The web is so slow. I know how that is. Oh, thank you, Brenda. You're so sweet. Yes, Diane, these designs are so cute. So this is from Applique Alley. They are having a huge Black Friday sale, 75% off of everything. And when I tell you I love everything on their site, they have the cutest appliques, fonts, what they call snack cakes. We did a whole video on snack cakes earlier this year, and love, love, love. Yay, it's done. Okay, so my cheeks are okay. Yay. Didn't mess up. All right, let's go to the craft table and clean things up now. So we have Elise's matching shirt. So all we need to do is take it out of the hoop. So these Mighty Hoops have this tab, and you can just pull and separate the top and the bottom. And normally what I do is, so like this is how they match. I turn it over and it just sticks like a little bit, but you got to watch because you can hurt your fingers if your fingers get hooked in there on the strong the strong side of things. All right, so that is done. Let's clean up the back first. Now I got all this extra stabilizer. Let me make sure my irons know that I want to use them, because we're going to put some soft stuff on the inside. So this is where I floated the stabilizer. So you see I put an extra piece in there, and that caught my name and my cheeks. And I could just tear this away. Like that. So that's done. Or if you wanted to put a whole sheet of tearaway underneath, you could have done that too. So the rest is just poly mesh, and I just normally tug at it until it is just going around my design, and then you can go and trim it. And I like to trim it to where it's more curves and no points. And you'll see why in a second, because I'm going to cover it with something else. Because I know my kids are particular, and I'm sure every other kid is too, with the itchiness of the threads rubbing against their skin when they wear embroidered clothes. So we're going to iron some soft stuff on the inside. It's called Fuse So Soft. Get it from Sewing Machines Plus. I think I have a link for it in the description box. I think all the stabilizers are on sale for Black Friday with an extra 20% off. So go load up on all your favorite stabilizers. So that is the poly mesh that is trimmed. So the first thing I'll do is iron that back down. Get that nice and fused to the shirt. My iron hot. Okay, that's good. And then this is the Fuse So Soft. So it's like a very soft iron-on interfacing, and it has, the side is kind of rough and textured, and that's the side down, and then the soft side goes towards the kid's body or skin. That's the part that's touching their skin. And I just cut a piece bigger than the poly mesh, and then I go and do the same thing where I round the corners, and the round corners help with it fusing better with the iron and keeping it down after washing. Because one issue I tend to have when I tried other versions of this product from other companies is that it tends to come up after you wash it and dry it. If it does, you can just iron it back down. But some tricks that you can do to prevent that is to round the corners and then use a lot of pressure when you cut. And if you have a heat press, that is best. So that is my Fuse So Soft. Typically the little threads I don't have any issues with. You can just leave those be. Sometimes the black ones, when they're going off to the side, and especially on a white shirt, you might see that black thread, but since all of mine are on the inside and behind applique fabric, I don't think they'll be seen. So I'm just going to have that like that. And then a lot of pressure. I start at the inside and I push out. All right, so Diana asked, what font did I use? Let me try to remember. I think it's called Only Hope, and I think it's from Embroidery Boutique. That is the font, and they are having a sale today as well. And I have that linked in that blog post with all the sales. All right, so all we have left to clean up in the front is we still have some of those purple lines and dots from my placement stitch. And that's when I use my Tide pen, and it comes right off. And I could see the purple line through some of the fabric, and the Tide pen will soak through the fabric and get that mark out. Also, it will come out in the wash. So I think that is all. Yep, that looks good. So now it is all done. So we have Elise's girl little elf pajamas for Christmas. So now she has matchy with her sister. All right, so we are all done stitching our elf pajamas. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned about applique, using a multi-needle machine, using mighty hoops. So all really fun things once you get into embroidery. These are all the things that I hoped and dreamed for when I first started. So you'll get there. If you're still with a flatbed machine, keep working. You know, if you want to, I did everything by selling. So just selling locally through friends and family and acquaintances, and use that money to build up and buy bigger machines, and then get all the nice accessories and stuff with it. So keep working, keep practicing, keep making things. And you know, you can get there too. I know you can. So let me know if y'all have any questions. So I'm checking the chat now. Let me know if you have any questions, and if we can go over some of the sales that I didn't get to talk about yet. So LaDonna said, where is the Stay Perfect stabilizers from? They're all from Sewing Machines Plus. There should be links in the description box below for them, or definitely on my Black Friday sales blog post. There are links in there, and you can use coupon code Carly Bell to save an extra 10% off. And I want to say they might have another coupon code too. Let me check. So you can get 30% off of needles, 30% off of thread, 25% off of bobbins, 25% off of totes and trolley cases for machines for traveling, 20% off of presser feet, 20% off of embroidery hoops. They have this looks really cool. This might be something I might look into, is the Grace True Cut. It's like the Grace brand of the rotary fabric cutting blades and rulers. They have 20% off of all that. Embroidery designs, cutting and scissors, all 20%. Irons, 15%. You could get you a cordless iron. Let's see, I don't see stabilizers. Yep, there we go. 15% off select stabilizers. I don't know if Stay Perfect should be in there. Yeah, it is. So use coupon code STABLE15V. STABLE15V at Sewing Machines Plus. You can use my link in the description box, and that'll give you an extra 15% off. Then try and put in Carly Bell as well, and see if that'll give you another 10% off. So then you can really load up on some stabilizers. All right. Yay, Paula, I'm so glad you learned so much today. All right, so Linda is talking about full access. So you're talking about Creative Fabrica. There is no code you need to put in for Creative Fabrica. You should just use the link, And at the top of the page, you should see get all access for $4.99 a year. Just all you need to do is use the link. I'll post it again for you. And I will add it to the description box of the video for y'all watching the replay. So you should be able to just go to their website. Oh, thank you, Jenny. She likes my earrings. Yeah, Paula loves the Stay Perfect stabilizer too. So do I. I have the whole variety of them. Yes, and don't forget Cyber Monday, and Kennedy from Sewing Machines Plus is her birthday. So I'll be on that show on Sewing Machines Plus on Monday. I believe I'm going on at like 10 o'clock in the morning or 10:15, and I'll be showing you all about their persona. And they'll be going over deals all day long. And remember, whatever deals that you see for Sewing Machines Plus, be sure to, if you want to call in an order, call my friend Jean, or use one of my links to order online and my coupon code. And Jean can help you with all that over the phone easily. Just make sure you tell her I referred you, and to see if she could use my coupon code on top of the deals that they're having already. Oh, Diana said she won the True Cut system on the Sewing Machines Plus giveaway, but she hasn't used it yet. Let us know how you like it when you do use it, Diana, because that's something I was looking into. Yay, Brenda got Creative Fabrica for 2 years. Awesome discount. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's see what else I had to tell y'all. So let me look. I'm going to share my screen with the blog post so you can see all the sales. Okay, so this is the post I was telling you about. So here are all the sales. So first is my Sip and Stitch workshop, which I talked about at the beginning of the show today, that I'm having 20% off discount. BF22, 2022 is the discount code to save on that. It comes to be like $10. There's 6 projects. They come to be about $10 per project, including the design and the class. So you really can't beat that as far as what you get for your money. Then the design deals. So we have 1 full year to Creative Fabrica, Designs by Little Bee, Creative Applique, Joy Kate, Hooked on Applique, Planet Applique, Applique Alley. That's who we worked with today. Beautiful designs. Applique Market, A Kid's Creation, Embroidery Boutique, Alphalicious, Designs by Juju, Hugabug, Marma Bee, Parker on the Porch, Sweet Pea, Urban Threads, Embroidery Library, Sweet and Sassy, Appliques with Character, and then Me Time Delivered, who I, let me refresh this page because I think I added more. Me Time Delivered is the company I work with that does quilting in the hoop. They are offering free shipping when you use this code, so check that out. And then someone on Facebook told me Southern Baby Classics is having a sale. And then this is the for machines. Ricoma has their Black November sale. That's the machine I used today, as low as $135 a month, free shipping, 0% financing. And then for other machines, Sewing Machine Plus, you can call Jean, you can email her, free shipping, 0% financing. The Persona, you get a cap frame and driver with it. The 6-needle machine is on sale. The Brother NQ1700E, which has a 6x10 hoop, is on sale. The Brother Scan and Cut's on sale. This machine, the NS1150, is the same as the PE800. So if you don't have a machine and you're just starting off and want something smaller and less expensive, this is $100 off. And then my big fancy flatbed machine, the Altair, comes with $950 and a bundle worth of supplies comes with it. So that's a really great deal. If you're looking for heat presses or sublimation, Heat Press Nation has a great deal. These are all the deals I found on Amazon. Some sewing machines. This is a sewing embroidery machine that has a 5x7 hoop. That has a really good deal on Amazon today. The mini press, other big easy presses, all the Cricut machines, Cricut mud press, a Singer heavy duty sewing, and then supplies. And Brilliance is having a sale. So Sweet Blanks is what we use today, 40% off. Pro World has great sublimation blanks. Sulky has 75% off select items like thread and stabilizer. Sewing Machines Plus, these are all the deals and coupon codes you can use for them. Cosmos ink is the sublimation ink that I use. One of my favorite fabric stores, All Stitched Up by Angela, has 25% off the whole website, including sale items. Cam Snaps, if you like making the snap tabs and the little notebooks and all the things where you need the snaps or the eyelets, Cam Snaps is where I get everything. They're having a sale. I also have a bundle and a coupon code with them where you can get my big pink table press and all the things that I used in a bundle and get an extra 15% off when you use coupon code CarlyBell15. And then some other supplies I found on Amazon, including thread, pre-wound bobbins, the new Bro thread stabilizers, sublimation blanks, cutting mats, and then Sweet and Sassy Blanks has tons of embroidery vinyl and faux leather, and they have the heirloom quilts. They have all kinds of great stuff. They have 25% off their entire site. And then coming soon, we'll have all those Cyber Monday deals. So check out that blog post that has all the links for you for all of those things and the coupon codes that you need to get all of those great deals. So make sure you check that out. All right, I'm checking out the comments. All right, so Kim's asking for, in Brilliance, which stitch artist should you get? I personally started with level 2. I chose level 2 because you get more features. Obviously, with each level, you get more features. And when you get level 2, you get everything in level 1. I started there. And when I mastered that and I realized, okay, I need some of the fancier features in Stitch Artist level 3, I upgraded to 3, and you just pay the price difference when you get you already have 2 and you want to add on 3. So you're not saving any money buying everything all at once. But I do suggest starting with level 2, especially if you are already familiar with using programs like Silhouette Studio and the Cricut design space, where you make the cutting files, the SVG files, because you can, when you have level 2, you can import them directly into Stitch Artist. It makes life a lot easier. You also get a lot of nice features that help you manipulate your stitches to go in the direction that you want when you're digitizing. So me personally, I started with level 2 and then I upgraded to 3 later. All right. The correct code is HOOP20V, no S. Okay. Thank you, Cece. I'm sorry I keep messing that up. I'm going to have to fix my website after. Too many sales, too little money. Joe, you are speaking my language. I know exactly how that feels. All right. Kim said she just bought the Cam Snaps dies and new press. Yay, Kim, you're going to love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. I will go and fix the coupon codes for Sewing Machines Plus to make sure I have the right ones listed on the site. I think they are also on Sewing Machine Plus's website as well. So you can double check on their website to make sure you're entering the right codes when you're shopping for thread and stabilizer and needles and all those things that they have really good deals on today. So yay, Paula said she's going to get level 2 next for Stitch Artist. You're going to love it. It's so much fun. If you have questions about Stitch Artist and you want to learn how to digitize, I have a membership group through Creative Fabrica. It's called CF Fans. It's a monthly paid membership group. It's only $9 a month. And with that, you get a free private Zoom class with me every month. All the members, we have a Zoom class, our private sip and stitch. We do a different project each month, and you get a free embroidery design from me each month. Now, there have been months in the past where we have gone into Stitch Artist and like intro to digitizing and going more in depth into the features you get when you get level 2. So if you're interested in that and you want to sign up for the CF Fans membership group, when you sign up, you get access to all of our previous classes and embroidery designs. It's over a year and a half now we've been doing it. So you'll get multiple class tutorials that you can go and rewatch the replays and get the embroidery designs. And so that might be helpful for you if you're trying to learn Stitch Artist. To give you a little preview, we are doing our private class on Tuesday of next week. When is that? The 29th, I think. Tuesday of next week, we're going to do our next CF Fans private Zoom class, and we are going to be making an in the hoop gingerbread ornament. So that's the free design for this month, and that's what the class is going to be about. So if you're a CF Fans member, make sure you go to the homepage and get the link for the Zoom class, and I'll have the design download up soon for you. And if you want to sign up, it's only $9 a month. You get access to what we're doing now and then everything we've done in the past. So it's really fun. Come and join us. Yay, Norma said she's going to see me on Tuesday. We're going to make that gingerbread ornament. It's so, so cute. I love it. And that is going to be a lot of fun. So, all right, guys, we have, I'm surprised. I thought for sure it was going to be 2 hours. I still got 20 minutes below what I thought I was going to be today. So let me know if you have any last minute questions. Let me know if you found any sales that I didn't find yet, and I'll add them to my website. If you're watching the replay, post it in the comments. Let me know what you got for Black Friday, either for yourself or as a gift for a fellow crafter, and tell me all about it. So I'm excited to see what everyone gets. I still have more shopping to do. I'm going to go hunt for Heat and Bond Light, and I will let you know what I find. But make sure you go and grab these adorable blanks from So Sweet Blanks, 40% off today. And that's not just the pajamas, that's everything. She has dresses, she has beautiful shirts for little girls. She has shirts and items for little boys, adorable rompers for babies, cute, cute, cute stuff. So go check that out. And then Applique Alley, all their designs, 75% off today. So, all right, Yvonne said she would like to sign up. So the CF Fans is super easy to sign up for. There is a link in the description box below the video that takes you to the page, and you just hit join now, and you put in your info, and it gives you instant access to everything. And then I have all the information. Once you get access to the homepage, I have a big pinned post at the top that tells you how to get access to all of our previous classes and designs in the vault. Okay, so just read that post and it'll tell you everything you need to know. All right, and also because I see someone saying that they wish they can attend the live Zoom, they're all recorded, so you can always watch the replay. And then we have our Facebook group and our homepage to ask questions. So I'm always there. If you watch the replay and don't understand something or have a random question, you can always ask me. All right, so I think that's it, guys. So check out all those sales. Remember my own personal sale with my Sip and Stitch Holiday Workshop, where you get the 6 projects, you get all the designs, all the classes, lifetime access, Facebook group. That is on sale, 20% off today, along with all the other goodies I list on my website. Check out that blog post, and just let me know if y'all have any questions, and I will go fix all those Sewing Machines Plus coupon codes. So other than that, I will see y'all Monday for Cyber Monday on Sewing Machines Plus live show. They'll be live all day long, going through tons of different machines and items for your sewing and craft and embroidery room that they're having awesome sales on. And then Tuesday, for my CF Fans members, we'll have our live class on how to make the gingerbread ornament. And then our next Sip and Stitch will be Friday, December 9th. And I'm excited because we are going to make some Christmas earrings, and they are my favorite Christmas tree cakes. I'm obsessed with Little Debbie's Christmas tree cakes. I'm making all the Christmas tree cake things. I'm going to make some garland for my craft room. I'm making sublimation shirts with it. And then I found this awesome design for Christmas tree cake embroidered in the hoop earrings. So that's what we're going to do on December 9th. So stay tuned for that. I'll update the Sip and Stitch homepage with all the info you need for that project. And also I send out an email newsletter every week giving you all the info on everything that's going on, whether it be sales or videos or blog posts and things like that. So if you're not already signed up for my email newsletter, sign up there, and then you'll get all the info on the different projects that we'll be making. All right. Thanks, everyone. Okay, so I hope you have a great rest of your Friday and wonderful weekend. Don't shop too hard, but have fun. I am going to buy a Christmas tree now and decorate my whole house. So I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you back hopefully Monday, but I won't be on my channel. I'll be on Sewing Machines Plus, and then we'll be back for another Sip and Stitch on Friday, December 9th. So thanks, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.